All right, what's going on? It is Thursday, July 24th, 2025. We're live with greencardguys.tv. I'm your host, John Ting. I practice immigration law in the United States to help you secure your legal status, to live and work in America legally, because the government does not care about you. They don't care about immigrants, okay? It's very unfortunate. It's Project 2025. If you have not heard about it, then you have been living under a rock. Okay, you need to do a little Google searching, a little scrolling on some videos. You'll probably quickly find out what's been going on the last 6 months or so. Okay, if you have no status in America and you are married to a U.S. citizen, you're married to a legal permanent resident, and you have not filed your case, an application, you need to talk to us because either maybe you had a bad experience from another lawyer, maybe you talked to another lawyer, another notario, a consultant, and they obviously maybe didn't explain it very clearly. What you need to do, we'll be happy to talk to you. Okay. You got to take your case seriously because unfortunately, even you might have heard of the story of the father of a U.S. Marines who got beat up. What was that, like maybe 3 weeks to 4 weeks ago? It's obviously he should not have been beat up, right? And but that's separate from the situation of that he didn't have anything on file. It didn't sound like it because the U.S. Marine son did an interview and mentioned that just to help him get his dad released, he filed the military parole in place application. I'm just like, why why was that not done before? Of course, that would not prevent his dad from getting beat up necessarily, right? Because these bounty hunters, these ICE agents are coming out of nowhere. But still, you don't want to be in a situation where you're trying to scramble at the last second to get something filed. So you got to take action, okay, folks? Actually, that's a really good example story. I'm glad I remember that one. There's so many different scenarios. Everyone, thank you. Join my fan club. Really appreciate it. People first. What did you want me to do? I saw that last message. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let me get you Clarissa from People First. Can you there you go. You did it. There you go. Perfect. So by the way, we have a new way of doing the live show. I'm always love to answer questions, but the best way to answer your questions is if you can fill out the form. So if you're on TikTok, then go to my link, at least for the next show. Okay, today I think we have a couple from Clarissa's community, People First Project in Arizona. But if you're on Facebook and YouTube, click on that link for the future. All right, because I want to make sure I dedicate time for your question. I know a lot of people are very patient, and sometimes I'm not able to answer your question. So if you fill out the form as a short form, put your question there, and we'll be able to dedicate time for it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's go to. I got three devices also, Clarissa. I got my phone, iPad, and the computer. First question is, ding ding ding. My partner has an I-130 visa. He's over 21. Oh, that's a good start. Had a father's petition and is 4 years away. Oh, okay, so that is the F2B category from Mexico. Is it advisable to show the I-130 approval form in the event in the case of an arrest, or if he doesn't speak or respond? How are ICE agents handling these cases? So, our initial advice, our meaning immigration attorneys in this kind of scenarios, to have the documentation ready. We thought that ICE agents would care, would just let you go if you had documentations on you, on your body, in your car. They clearly don't care about that, according to these videos. Of course, who knows? Maybe Maybe there are other situations where people are being released on the spot. So I still would bring the paperwork, have it on your phone, um, even have a phone charger, um, have those documents scanned on your phone or take a picture at the very least. But it's also important to have another family member or friend that you trust to bring those documents to the ICE office. Okay, it's called ICE ERO, Enforcement Removal Operations or Office, in case they have to go there to show it. Okay, if you don't have a lawyer, especially. And even if you have a lawyer, it's still good to have a friend or family member to have those documents because you never know. Your lawyer might be tapped out and busy, right? There's just so much going on. But yeah, I suppose what I'm trying to share here also is that don't assume that just because you may have a petition on file pending that they're just going to release you on the spot. You just unfortunately, have to have the expectation that you could still get arrested or detained. So that's why you have to have that mindset, that unfortunate reality, so that you have a, I guess you could call it like a safety plan, an action plan, or emergency plan just in case. All right. I do see some questions here, so I will get to them very soon. Hello, Lucky. Oh, All right, you got four. Okay. The second one is thank you so much for the questions. People First Project in your community. Um, it says hello. Entered with a tourist visa on 5 different occasions. Okay. Hopefully, you did not. The last time you stayed. Okay, so you overstayed. You lost to I-94. Okay, that's proof of entry, by the way. Is there any possibility of starting a case? Your children also enter with a tourist visa, but now they have scholarships. Congrats on that. And have many community service hours at university. Could something be done for them since they're fully scholarship by university to obtain more stable status? Um, I mean, if they have a student visa, but I don't get that feeling that they have a student visa. So unfortunately, no. And then once the child turns 18, it starts the clock for unlawful presence. So if you have any children that are under 18, you should definitely talk to us because you want to have a game plan, a strategy plan on what to do. And some people don't know that about the law. That when a child turns 18, the the unlawful presence clock starts. Okay. And some people think like, oh, they think that the unlawful presence starts under 18 and actually doesn't, but there are still some concerns even under 18 years old. So my default, without knowing more facts, the default answer is no. Cannot help your children get legal status when they're in America with the facts I see here. Okay, so no student visa. Okay, thanks for the update. Again, real-time updates here. That's great. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, assuming all your children are over 18 right now, it's a no-go on that part. But maybe there could be something else available. But that would likely require, other than the marriage part option, you might not want them to get married too early or too young. But other than that, then we'll have to talk strategy. If look, because there's in general there, I know it's really despicable, but the reality is that some people are getting removed from the United States. I don't like it. The Trump administration thinks they can get away with anything, but we're not going to let them dictate what happens in your life. Okay, there are still options to return to America legally because they want you to come legally. So let's do it. Let's do it the right way. Ugh. So I'll talk more about those kind of options in a webinar that's free. Okay. So sign up in the webinar. That's one of the options in my LINK that you can see there. All right. Let me see if I can answer another. It is. Oh, I thought I updated on my. I have a marketing team update the background image, but we forgot to upload it. What is the link? It's so the webinar option is that link in my profile. Okay, and we change a topic like in terms of webinar almost every 2 weeks. All right, let's see. You have two more questions? Okay, I don't see the other question. I'm going to put this phone down for now. All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much for everyone's trust. Oh, okay, we got a couple guests here. Let's get Halimat, and then on deck will be Houa. Oh, that name went away. On deck will be Ali then. Halimat is next. Hello. Halimat. You're welcome, dude, sir. Dudester. Halimat. Well, okay. Well, while she's trying to take care of what she needs to do, then let's get Ali on. Maybe she needs a break.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. What's going on, Halimat?
I want to ask about the special juvenile.
Sorry, Ali, one moment.
The special juvenile.
SIJ. Okay. What's going on with that?
I want to ask, is it still in effect or they stopped taking application for that one?
SIJ is still going. It's for your child. They didn't stop that. It's still available.
Oh, it's still available. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But I heard earlier on that they said they're not giving social or work authorization to those on SIJS. How true is it?
I haven't heard that yet, but it kind of depends if that person is eligible. Depends on the if file the 485. Did you this for your child or who?
Sorry?
Is this for your child or who?
Yeah, for my child.
Okay, so did your child file a 485 application?
Not yet. We yet to do it, but I just want to have more enlightenment about it before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you have to. It doesn't come automatic. You still have to file the 765, but you can only file 765 if the child's eligible for the 485. So,
Oh, okay.
so it doesn't matter what my answer is yet, because whatever I say today could change tomorrow, right? So,
I know.
all right. Okay. Good luck, Halamat. Take care.
Changing time. Anything changes at any time.
It's crazy, right? All right. Follow for more. Take care.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Next is Ali. Okay, I took you off mute. What's going on, Ali? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to ask, man. I'm trying to, pursue immigration law. I was thinking of going to law school. I just wanted some advice. Like, it's not really related to about any problem I have, but I just wanted some
That's
advice.
good.
How to get, how to get into a good law school, and set myself up for success.
Yeah.
If I do want to get into law.
Yeah. Well, first thing, it doesn't matter what school you go to. You just want to. Maybe this is bad advice as a parent myself, but you just go to any school that you can afford. Number one, don't go into debt for law school, or any school for that matter, right? If you can help it. Because I remember myself, I applied to like 10 different schools. It didn't matter at the end of the day. What mattered to me, at least personally, was a law school that allowed me to do clinical practice, like talk to actual clients, right? And then for immigration specific, let's see what else. But yeah, I mean, what region are you thinking about going to? What region of the country?
I live in California right now.
Okay.
I was thinking of staying in California just because it's a really good state for to practice law.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a lot of law schools in California. There's one that I think you can graduate in 2.5 years, maybe, or 2 years in LA, North something University.
Northridge or
I think it's. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's North California. Let me see. Law school 2-year program. Let's see. I mean, if you want to do it in 2 years. Southwestern Law School.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a accelerated program. I mean, I could share a lot more advice, but DM me and I'll send you my coffee link, okay? If you have more questions.
And I was also wondering, my major is going to be American literature and culture. Do you think your major matters for law school?
No, law school, it doesn't matter. Not at all.
Okay.
not for undergrad degree.
All right, good to know.
No,
All right, thank you.
sure thing. Take care. Bye-bye. I love sharing advice like that because others have helped me in the past, of course. So if anyone else is interested, for like, even if you're a lawyer yourself and want to transition to immigration law, um, please know it's not for the faint of heart. Okay, it's not always going to be like this with the Project 2025. There's obviously a whole new ball game this year. Whatever the Trump administration tried to do or thought of doing in the first term, they definitely know what they're doing, even though some of what they're doing is not legal, obviously. So, oh, Pepperdine law. I thought about Pepperdine. I didn't do that. This Malibu. That'd be nice. Send me a picture when you get there. Oh, let's see. Navi is up next. I think I spoke to you yesterday. Thanks for coming back. Then next on deck is Ismail. You're welcome, Ali. What's going on, Navi?
Hey, how you doing, sir? I'm back again.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the day before yesterday, I talked to you about
Yes.
when I said I was documentary qualified for 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a question. When I was documentary qualified, my passport, the passport, I updated it. That passport is expired, and I do get a new one. Do I have to update that, or just take to the embassy whenever I have an interview?
Oh yeah, I mean, just you. I don't think we're allowed to what we call like open up the DS-260. Is that what you're referring to? You just have to bring your new passport at the time.
Yeah.
For the interview.
Okay, so I cannot update it.
I mean, you could try it, but every time we try to update something, it's locked after you submit it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all I want to know. Thank
Sure
you, sir.
thing. All right. Good luck to you. Bye bye. All right. All right. See, look, y'all. I mean, I know Navi has an attorney, but I'm always happy to just point you in the right direction, give you some peace of mind. Okay. So if you appreciate that, please tap the screen. I think actually other attorneys might appreciate that. So then you don't have to talk with them. I don't know. I think that's kind of funny, kind of strange. But if you like the way I conduct our live show program, please send some love and click the hearts. And is that what you do? Click the, or hearts is Instagram. I forgot to do the Instagram thing. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, moot court. Did I do moot court? Yeah, I did. Dude, I did in terms of law school. I did everything I could. Moot court, trial competition, law review. Like, I didn't think I like editing, but man, I think I'm freaking good at editing now. I mean, I don't want to do that, but if I have to do it, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I felt bad as an editor, because trying to tell people that you got to do, like, fix their problems basically. All right, I'm just going live on Instagram now as well. There we go. I can't forget about them. All right. You asked, does USCIS ask for RFE if you list overstay in I-192 but put wrong visa class? I don't think that's one of those things that they would care about. Which I know would be strange because usually they're pretty picky about certain things. But here's an example. Like that we had a client that had an interview today in San Antonio. We had a colleague represent to cover for in-person representation. And I appreciate, if you're an attorney, by the way, and you help with coverage, please contact me, DM or LinkedIn. Really appreciate it. We want to expand our network on every level, attorney and those in the community as well, like People First Project in Arizona. Thank you so much. Let's see. You sent over U visa 2 days ago. but in USCIS received it via FedEx, but attorney put E2 instead of visa waiver entry. Oh, I mean, I don't think that'll be an issue. I think the crux of that application, right, for U visa is more about the cooperation with the police or law enforcement, and that the certification was signed, and the incident itself. So RFE is for a lot of different reasons. It could be for the medical exam, but for U visa, medical exam doesn't come into play yet. Let's say for U visa, it could be like you filled out the certification form, but it wasn't dated, or it could be something a lot more. I mean, it's pretty serious, of course, but other things could be like the birth certificate. Birth certificate is not one that USCIS or Department of State accepts, which is kind of strange, right? Because the thing is like, we had a client long time ago where the birth certificate was not issued out by in Texas, we call it the Department of Bureau of Vital Statistics. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think so. But it was signed by a judge. I've never heard of a birth certificate signed by a judge. So USCIS had an issue with that. Actually, no, USCIS accepted it, but it was the Department of State, specifically the Embassy of U.S. Consulate. They had a problem with that birth certificate because they caught it. So that's why, and we help represent at the very end. And so that's why it's very important to make sure documentation, certificate, marriage certificate, birth certificate, divorce certificate complies with the Department of State reciprocity chart. Okay. Because it's kind of like at customs, kind of similar where someone with a criminal history, arrest or crime in the past didn't get referred to immigration court when coming back in, we call admission back into the United States. Yes, even as a resident holder. But then like the fifth time going on vacation, that person comes back in and then they get referred to immigration court. And some people are like, well, how come I didn't get caught the other time? Well, you got lucky, bro. You got lucky. But this time around, the fifth time around, they got you. So that's why it's very important to talk to an immigration lawyer before you travel. So I get it. With all the travel questions, I totally understand. I will probably, let's just put it this way for anyone who's thinking about asking that travel question. If you're a resident, you can travel. But if you're a permanent resident or conditional resident and you are a national of a country that's on the travel ban list, I personally don't know if I would travel. Okay. I know it's a tough thing to swallow in that sense. Because y'all know there's laws that exist. And the Trump administration does not care. The Trump regime does not care. And so if you want the path of least resistance, I just will not travel during this situation. I would wait if you can wait. But obviously, if you have a family member who's sick or something like that, but if it's like a wedding for like a college friend and you went to college like 20 years ago, I just don't know if I make that trip. Okay, you just gotta weigh the pros and cons, and like, what do you call that level of friendship? I guess, is it worth it for that level of friendship? I don't know. Cost of consultation. So if you schedule one of these options, then you can see if you go to my link. I'm not able to say fees out loud according to some of these platforms. So unfortunately, I'm not going to risk saying it out loud because they might ban me. Unfortunately. Okay, I think we got another guest. Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry, guys. Ismail. And then on deck is Jamp. What's going on, Ismail?
Yes, hello, good afternoon.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
How can I help you, sir?
I'm fine.
Good.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can ask your question. What's going on?
Okay. So my question is, I applied for I-485 rather. So we're scheduled for interview. We attended an interview, I think the next day the I-130 was approved, but RFE was sent for 485. So that was for medicals. So we submitted the medicals, but later we got a letter that the case was denied, and the reason was abandonment of case. So in less than 2 weeks' time, we got another letter. They said they have gotten our document and they have reopened the case. So we're kind of confused. So what is happening? And how long would it take for them to take such a decision again? Now that they have reopened the case, that's about 2 months now.
You're saying that they reopened the I-130? Which application did they reopen?
No, the I-130 was approved.
Okay.
But RFP was sent for I-485.
Mm-hmm.
So
did you receive it in the mail yet?
And it is a medical. It's a medical. They requested for medical.
Okay.
So
all
we
right.
submitted the medicals. We were awaiting the decision. So later we got a letter for the decision, and it was a denial. And they gave a reason that there's the abandonment of case because we have not submitted, we have not responded to the RF. That means they didn't.
But you mailed it in. You have proof, right?
Yeah, we mailed it. They
Okay.
didn't receive it.
Okay.
So later, in just about 2 weeks' time, they sent a letter again that they have received the RF and they have reopened.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, good.
So what does it mean? So is it a whole thing altogether, beginning or starting everything altogether?
No, not necessarily. I've had a case like that. We had to email them, and they reopened it. I mean, it could take like a month or 2 months. It shouldn't take that long, but it could take a couple months. I've heard of that happening.
About 2 months since they
already.
sent a letter for the reopening.
Oh, goodness. Well, so what we do in this situation, I mean, you could try to submit an inquiry on the USCIS.gov website. It doesn't always work. But the worst case scenario, the last option is to file a mandamus lawsuit, which is what we help with as well. But when did you file the case to begin with? Which month and year?
That was, I think, that was last year. We filed the case, that was last year.
Oh, last year? Okay, I would say when it's at least 15 months from the receipt date, then we can talk about filing a mandamus lawsuit. So hopefully you don't need our services, but that kind of give you an idea in terms of timing. Okay. Yeah, because unfortunately, sometimes like the case file could just be right there, but whoever responsible for that case file is not the person in that room. I know it's weird, but like, because you would think reasonably that they received the mail, they should just make a decision, but that's just not the reality. Like I've gone to those interviews. They have stacks and stacks of files now, so they lose track.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Good luck to you. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It doesn't happen to everyone, fortunately, but let's see here. Next person. By the way, before I get OSKR and then Clem Stigar is on deck, before I get them on live, I know I have a couple questions on YouTube, but this is a good moment to share with you. If you do want to meet with our team or meet with me, okay, please know this. I just want to be transparent. Our attorneys have limited time. We use what we call a time block, okay? Because that's how we get our shit done, okay? For our clients, quality control review is our most important task for the attorneys. We love to meet with clients, of course, but here's the deal. Attorney consultation strategy session is 3 digits. But if you know you want to take action and you want to verify that you're eligible, that is the first option right here. We call that pre-qualify. Am I pointing the right way? There we go. Okay. The platforms Anyway, pre-qualify session is not with an attorney. It's with a client care specialist. So don't get all confused. Some people called in like, I was expected to meet an attorney for this amount of money. No, that's not how it works. So we didn't go to law school to get paid this amount for a meeting. So just note that. But the benefit of that is because some of y'all have met with an attorney before or another law firm, and it just didn't it didn't jibe, right? Like the vibes weren't there. Maybe it did, but that lawyer didn't explain it very well or something. So you just left it at there, right? So, and because you probably paid a fee for that, we just want to reduce it. But you need to call or text during the live show, or fill out that form on our link, okay, to request a live question, a question to be answered during live show, and you can qualify for the pre-qualified meeting for this amount. Y'all, this really is just a reservation fee, because when I did it for this amount before, some people didn't show up, and that's just messed up. We don't got time for that. So let's see. Let's get OSKR on. Let me go to YouTube for these questions here. Hello, OSKR. How can I help you? Okay. Hello.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I have a question. If I get into the country with the tourist visa and I have kids, and these kids they're cursing the university right now, but we're not paying anything because we have like a beca, right? So we have an offer from the university. So they're being serving or making a community service to many associations. Is any chance they can apply for a status or to become a legal resident, all of us, just because of that? Now, keep in mind, we were getting in and out because obviously as a tourist, but in some point or the last time I decided to stay, we lose the form what they gave us when we get into the country. They put the temporary permit, right? We lose this form. So I don't have a way to prove when that was my last entry. Either way, like I said, my kids are going to be in school.
Mm-hmm.
The school is paying for all their expenses. Plus,
they're
making
great.
a community service.
Okay. I think was it your question that I answered earlier or touched base on from People First Project, that your kids have a scholarship?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's great. I mean, congratulations on your kids for the scholarship. But I was saying earlier that you could have missed it on that timing wise. But I was saying, first of all, if you don't, for your kids, it sounds like they don't have a student visa, right? Because they overstay their tourist visa also.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a misunderstanding in general, not just you, but like, people when they can get a green card when they marry a U.S. citizen, when they enter with a visa, and like the overstay part, it's waived automatically as long as you're approved, right? But there's no such thing like that for a company to sponsor. So that's a problem. So for company as a sponsor, a person has to maintain some kind of status, like a student visa or another work visa in the meantime. But so for your kids, I mean, again, I was saying earlier that I have a webinar that we host for free. That's next Wednesday is one of them. So we could talk about other options, maybe for your kiddos, your adult kids. Okay. But there's nothing immediate to where they could stay here for a green card. Okay.
Now, let me ask you a question. Is any other way we can, let's say, if for any reason we get paid, is any of this community service what my kids are being doing helping me to stay in the country? Or what if I found a sponsor for my kids?
Find them a sponsor, like a company or a spouse?
No, like let's say like a friend.
Well, when you talk friend, then that's when we need to have a strategy session 1-on-1, because we only accept cases where they it's a legitimate marriage, for example. let's put it this way. I caught one case and I had to fire them before we filed the case. So I hope that helps a little bit for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Now let me.
So here.
Read the question.
So
What if-
OSKR, I cannot answer hypotheticals. I really appreciate your time. Because I know you have a lot of questions, but how we do it on TikTok on my live show, we try to make it quicker. So really maybe like 1 or 2 questions per person so that everyone has an opportunity. Okay. So if you do have more questions, you could join the next live show or schedule a meeting. Okay.
Perfect.
But for you, to be honest, it's more for a meeting because you have a lot of, for your kids, right? Your adult kids. And actually it might be helpful if one of them join the meeting.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, join my webinar. Request the webinar. Submit that request. Okay. So one of you can join.
Appreciate
that.
you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you so much for your help.
No, absolutely. Take care. All right. And I know there's several people on YouTube and Facebook waiting as well. User 77. How do you pay this amount? So you got to click on the link on the bio. I don't know if I can find that photo for it, but thank you so much for your patience. Okay. Thank you, Clarissa. Let's see. Love has a question. By the way, on Facebook and YouTube, the recording is saved. So I'm not going to click on y'all's names, especially if you have a first and last name on there for privacy reasons. You have a question, Love. How easy is it for a person from Cuba to get asylum at the U.S. border? So no one actually can get asylum at the border, unfortunately. I wish it was that simple. I do know the government in general, some people want to create these like regional centers to help process asylum claims quicker, which is the way it was supposed to be intended, to be a quicker process, not waiting years and years for the asylum case, asylum application. So how it is, Love, is that at the border, some people say like, oh, I'm here to claim asylum. Okay, then you either get detained or you get released on your own recognizance, meaning you don't have to pay a bond fee or anything, which would be ridiculous. And then you get an asylum interview or a court date in the future, but that could be 6 months later, 1 year later. Which, by the way, real quick, because someone told me this situation the other day, and I'm not sharing the name, so I believe I can share that with you, so you can avoid this situation, especially if you're outside America right now, or Love if you're telling your homies and you're in another country. When you come to America and if you hypothetically cross the border and you put the address, because they're going to ask you for an address, like where are you going to be staying at? You give an address. You're going to have to update that address. Okay, because eventually they may send you a letter, a notice to go to court. If you don't show up to court because you didn't know about it, one of our requirements as a lawyer is that for us to file a motion, a request to reopen that case and vacate that, we call the absentia order, then what we do is we need to know if they notified you. So, of course, in that kind of situation, that person did not update the address because they didn't know to do that, right? It's reasonable. But the thing is, so now that I'm telling y'all, if you know anyone that's trying to come in, they need to know these things. Because if you didn't update the address, it's not the government's fault, and they're not going to reopen the case. Okay? So it's very, what we call limited exception to reopen it based on something like that. All right, Pierre, if you have a K-1 visa, can you apply for waiver 601A? I don't know your full situation. I feel like you may have asked me a similar question the other day. So are you saying file 601A because you didn't get married to that person that you were supposed to marry for the K-1? If that was a situation, then unfortunately you have to eventually consular process. So it sounds like you have an I-130, and I'm assuming that I-130 is based on a marriage to a different person. Let me know in the comments. Adam, you're after the N400 interview, USCIS lost your dismissal copy, like the court copy, dismissal from court. Your lawyer sent it, then they called you directly to come resign the application despite signing it digitally. Confused by these repeated requests. Yeah, I'm confused too. But maybe the thing is about as long as you're signing the same thing, right? You're not signing something that you don't know what you're signing. That's fine then. If you know what you're signing. I'm sure you got confirmation from your attorney, but those glitches are unfortunately expected because the way I've been told by these officers, because I ask, it's kind of awkward. Like they're like asking this question from the 485 application, promptly, I guess. Then suddenly it's kind of like an ebb and flow during an interview. What's it called? So, but yeah, it's kind of like there's a kind of a slight delay. It's almost like the officers are kind of like a robot. It's like they're typing all this, and then it's like twiddling thumbs for like 30 seconds. The server. It's something to do about the server. So maybe it didn't capture the first time for your signature, which is annoying, I'm sure, of course. Okay, just a little bit housekeeping. We're going to conduct the live show differently. Tomorrow I have court in Dallas, so I'm not able to go live tomorrow. I don't think so. If I do go live, it'll probably only be on the app where you tap, okay? Because it's easier on the device. I'm going to court tomorrow in Dallas, but on Monday, okay? So if you have a question, go ahead and fill out the form. It's a short form, just like, what is your question, basically? I mean, of course, provide as much information as you can. Because if I can, y'all are welcome to speak, of course, but if I can save the time for everyone trying to kind of go a little bit more quickly, answer your questions, fill out the form on my link in the bio or the description box. And I think that'll just flow better. What we'll do is I will have a team member that texts you at least 30 minutes before the show. So on Monday, I think I'm going to go try live on Monday, 11:30. And we'll text you because, so I guess we text you, it'll be 11 a.m. Central Time. Just so you know that your question will be on deck. All right. Let's see. Yes, we're in Houston, Texas, H-Town. Clem. Okay, Clem is next. And then on deck after Clem is, okay, it's Lily. Some of y'all have names like this TV show. What's up, Clem? Stigar?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? How can I help you?
Yeah, I was trying to find out how many months it takes to get your approval if your case is moved to your local office.
Which kind of application?
VAWA.
I'm sorry, which one?
VAWA.
Oh, VAWA. Okay. About 3 years. 3 years processing time. Do you remember when you filed yours?
It takes about 3 years.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know it sucks. That's just the reality, though.
I know.
All right. Yeah, did you file the 485 also?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good.
All together, so.
Good. Okay. Yeah. And anytime you move, update AR11 address. Okay.
Right.
All right. Wish you the best.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Take care.
All right. I know sometimes y'all don't like what I have to share with y'all, but look, I'm here to just share the real-time insights, and we don't gatekeep over here. You know what? Maybe I should make a little dance. Maybe not. Let's see. Yes, Maria Morningstar. Yes, I will get to you. Thank you so much for the email. I will look at it to see if I need any other information to get back to you. Okay. I'll probably have to, Maria, record that one tomorrow, unless I have time today. It's getting a little tight on time right today. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that little dance thing, I'll need my team to choreograph for me because I'm not creative enough for that stuff. Let's see. Can we get Clarissa on for a moment? If you do have a moment to share about what you do with your rapid response department. I know you do. Your organization does a lot more than that, but that's just part of what you do. All right, thank you.
Hey, John.
All right, welcome. Can
Well,
you? Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Start with that. Then I'll have a question about the lot cop thing.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, so basically what our organization does, one of the things we do is we have a rapid response system that we do to keep community members safe. We are located in Phoenix, Arizona, but we send out ICE alerts all throughout the valley and pretty much all through Maricopa County. At this point, we're starting to get ICE alerts in Sedona and Cottonwood and Prescott and Tucson. So ICE is very active. And one of the things that we do is we put out alerts through an alert system. So in a lot of different states and cities, communities are starting rapid response organizations, and you should get with people in your community, whether you are a person who is of safe status. So safe status basically just means that you are either an American citizen, a naturalized citizen. That's usually kind of the only people that we want to recruit for this, because it can get very dangerous. I tell people all the time, like, we teach people how to de-escalate and how to, we teach people how to learn their rights. So that way, if they're in a situation with ICE or the police, they know how to de-escalate it quickly, legally, and nobody goes to jail. Actually, 2 days ago now, we had an incident where there was a man who was an immigrant, and he was in a car accident, and he did what people do. He called the police. I don't even think I talked to you about this story yet, John.
No, I don't think so.
So he was in a car accident. He called the police. And when the police came out, because it's a civil violation, normally people would just exchange information. When the police came out, they started asking him questions about his immigration status. So in the state of Arizona, there are only 6 people that's still too much, but that are actually working with ICE. So ICE has something called 287G agreements. Texas has a ton of 287G agreements, by the way. But if your police department, and you can go to USCIS.gov or go to ICE.gov, and you can find out who has a 287G agreement. And we were able to extract him from the situation, because this is literally what we do. We know our rights. We know the law. Because they do not have a 287G agreement, we were able to extract him from the situation. And the ACLU was like, that is literally badass, but that is literally the way that you're supposed to handle it. We talked to the police and we asked him, why were you detaining him? He was the one who was the victim of the accident, or technically a crime. He did what he was supposed to do. He contacted the police. And if you guys are trying to gain public trust in the police, this is the wrong way to do it. She asked if he was free, if he was being detained. He said yes. She said, she again asked him why, when the Arizona Department of Public Safety does not have a 287G agreement. And he was dumbfounded, because we knew the law. So then she was able to she told him, that is his representative over there. We are leaving. She grabbed him and they got in the car, and he is now safe. And yesterday, the police actually reached out to that family and wanted to get more information from them or have them come in. And we told them absolutely not. There's no way we're going to put someone in a position of danger, because the only reason they want him to go back is because they want to try to get him for ICE. And they don't even know whether he is or is not documented or undocumented.
So tell me this, okay? So he called the cops, and somehow this gentleman knew your information and called y'all on the spot, or how did?
Well, no. So that's the beauty of the rapid responses, right? So there is multiple organizations out here who have rapid responses, but we all work together. So one of the rapid response organizations put out an alert saying, we have someone who is being detained. We need people to get out here quickly. So when we got out there, there was already people who were there, which is why we didn't go out in the first place. So there was already people who were filming and documenting because that's what we ask people to do. But we also have a lot of people who know their rights and they're not afraid to go to jail. So, but that's why I said safe status citizens, people who are citizens. We can't ask people who are naturalized citizens anymore to help in this way because they are pulling people's citizenship. But we send citizens out who are willing and ready and able to go to jail because we'll get out the next day. You know, and that's the thing. It's like because we're not doing anything crazy.
So do you connect with
we don't
other?
Encourage people to go to jail.
Do you connect with other like rapid response other than Arizona?
Yes. Well, no. Well, we can. So the thing is like and that's kind of one of the things that's really important is making sure that other people, so we're connected with the ACLU, we're connected with a ton of large organizations. But that's one of the things why it's so important for rapid response networks. We tell people our goal is to educate and prevent. So if we tell people their rights, then when they're stopped, they know what to do, what to say, and what not to say. But at that point, they're immediately, as soon as they're pulled over, they're making a call to or sending out a text with their location to our rapid response units because then we can get out there. Our average response time is 8 to 12 minutes. In that time, they might have called other cruisers to come and assist, but we're usually there before somebody gets snatched by ICE and we can call them out on this. Besides that, because of the work that we do with helping people get involved in local politics, we're able to reach out to elected officials, the chief of police. So when all of that happened, some of the first phone calls we made was to the captain of the Department of Public Safety to ask, why are your officers enforcing immigration policies when Governor Hobbs has very specifically said that if they don't have a 287G agreement, they are not to enforce immigration policies. And then we reached out to our elected officials and we told them, what's your zip code? Because not only are we going to reach out to electeds across the state, we want to talk to your people specifically. So teaching people to learn their legislative district, their congressional district, their city district, all of that stuff, it is more powerful because not only are we getting the community involved in civic engagement, but we're getting people involved with their politicians, and we're making change.
That's good. That's good. You got to keep them accountable. They're elected positions, so that's good. You don't want law enforcement to be rogue, like the situation I think was at maybe Tallahassee, Florida, with the African American gentleman. If you're
my God, that was so crazy.
If you're on TikTok, you probably already saw it. It was crazy. Apparently, I thought it just happened last week. Apparently, it was like February.
No, it happened in February. Yeah. Well, they just released the body cam footage.
It's crazy. Yeah, but
yeah.
But there's a lot more to talk about. But thank you, Clarissa, for sharing that. So if anyone's interested to get connected with her organization, even though it's in Arizona, in Phoenix, Arizona, please check out People First Project. All right.
Yeah, we can definitely put you on with people who can train you how to assert your rights. I make TikTok videos all the time, but people don't like long form content.
I know. Lawyers talk a lot, so I train myself every day to talk less. All right. Thanks, Clarissa. Appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. So let's see. Let's get, I think it's okay. It's Lily. Let's see. I thought I tried. What's her username? It's actually just People First Project. I think if you click her name, for me, it shows up like right here. And if you're on YouTube and Facebook, let me put in the website, www.peoplefirstproject.org. There we go. Good name, by the way. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that person went. Okay, the next person, Rasha Stewart, and then Chris Misa Patrick, and then Maud. Okay, let's get y'all in order. Thank you so much.
Hello. Can
Hello.
you hear me well?
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
Hi. I'm married to a undocumented citizen from Mexico, and we have 2 children together. He has 2 DUIs, and he doesn't have his real ID yet. And we're trying to see if it's okay for him to travel from California to the Houston airport with just his Mexican passport. I'm not sure what kind of document he has in terms of like a work permit, but he got a work permit in the mail like last month or so.
Oh, okay, that's good.
But we're
That's a good
trying to
start.
delegate the risk.
Yeah, you're trying to weigh the risk. Okay.
Yeah, trying to see if he can come or
Okay.
not.
Is it like, are y'all moving or what's the situation? Just
Well,
like
I
just
live
visiting.
here now. I just moved back to Houston
Okay.
last week. And
Okay.
he stayed, and we only wanted him to stay because we weren't sure about his risk out here. I know California is a safe state,
Yeah.
and here it's not.
You said he got a work permit, and did he enter America with a visa?
No, he was smuggled in.
Okay. Well, I wonder how he
Yeah.
got a work permit. Or maybe the work permit through asylum application?
He's in the comments if he wants to reply. I don't know how he can speak up for himself.
Come on, bro. Speak up. So we can help you out real quick. See if we can.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see.
There he is. Kevin, I don't know how you can join, but anyway, he looked like he just joined. Basically,
Maybe.
We're not sure if there's going to be ICE at the airport and if it's safe for him to be around. I live in the Woodlands. I don't know if the Woodlands is the area where ICE is popping off, but
I haven't heard the Woodlands. I heard like northeast Houston near 45. The grocery stores too, like La Fiesta. But let's see. I see his comment. Yeah, Kevin Gamino, 515.
Yeah, Kevin Gamino.
So,
he should speak up. I don't know how he's supposed to speak up on this app.
Can I join? Yeah, let's see if I can get you to join.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Kevin, you're gonna have to give your wife a big hug to get you on here. Let's see, or something. Give her a gift because I don't answer.
For real.
I don't answer everyone's question. So let's see.
Oh, thank you.
Let's get you on. Okay, I invited you. He's gonna pop in soon.
Perfect. Kevin, you gonna say something?
All right. Yes, sir. Welcome in.
Hi, morning. Thank you for taking the call.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm not too familiar with this TikTok stuff. So,
I know. I'm still new. 2 years in, I'm still new to this. That's okay. What's going on?
I applied for my real ID last month on the 5th. So it's been a month now that I'm waiting for it. I just got off the phone with the DMV, and they said that basically just confirming my work authorization and all of that to make sure it's legit.
Okay.
So I asked them if I could travel, and they said that I need to talk to the airline. We talked to the airline. They said that as long as your Mexican passport is valid and you have my other ID from California that's still valid as well.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard of anyone at the airport getting picked up or anything by ICE specifically.
Right.
I think there was one video. I don't know if it's real. Someone said that TSA was checking, but I've never been asked personally. I haven't seen anyone around me being asked about status. Right. Just the driver license, I believe. So once you get the driver license, but even people who have a tourist visa have been able to travel with the passport. I think the key thing with TSA is, like you said, a real ID or having a valid passport. Just get through airport to airport, domestic airport.
When I applied at the DMV, they gave me that temporary the paper that they sent out, temporary real ID.
That's good.
I'm not sure if that would be okay. So we're just trying to avoid encountering ICE at all.
For sure.
My wife asked TSA here in San Francisco and also in Houston. And they said that as long as you have a passport with your picture in it, we're just trying to confirm that you're the person that's on the flight, basically.
Yeah, fortunately, I have not personally heard any negative stories like that at the airport. But yeah, just
that's great.
But
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
In terms of him just coming to Houston in general, are there places we need to avoid? Like I mentioned, I'm in the Woodlands area. Should we just stay over here?
Yeah, unfortunately, maybe don't. It's really sad, but yeah, just try to avoid like the, I guess, cultural spots is the best way I can say it, like the ethnic restaurants. I mean, I love my taco trucks, but maybe just get it like for DoorDash or Uber or something. Have someone else bring it to you. Oh, it's sad because I haven't heard ICE activity in the Woodlands. I don't imagine that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, wish you all the best. Okay, take care.
He's in Houston. I'll talk to you later, Kevin. Thank you, Mr. John.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye. That's right. I am in Clutch City. Apparently, that's what they call it. Okay, I'm from Dallas originally, but let's see. Ooh, what time check? It is 1:42 Central Time, so I might have about 5 more minutes. I know. Boy, so this is why this is where I really feel bad, because I know several of you have been waiting a long time. I got a couple comments on YouTube and Facebook, then I'll come back down to TikTok. Okay, no one's on Instagram. So that's why, if you don't mind, because moving forward on Monday, I will start calling y'all. Actually, I'll hit up your digits. So I need your digits to answer your question. Okay. So I know many of y'all probably already have the question in advance before you join the live show. So if you don't mind, go to my LINK in the bio or in the description box. If I'm not able to answer you right now, please fill out that short form. And then one of my team members will text you at least 30 minutes before live show. So it could be about 11 a.m. Okay. Let's see. Oh, people first. You're on Instagram too. Oh man, thank you so much. And another thing, here's one more thing. If you have a case that you think is delayed, like you already filed it and you think it's delayed, put the letter D for delayed. Okay. D for delayed. Let me know in the comments. And if you can put the month and year you filed it, that'll give me some insights. Now, okay. AJ Duran, will there be any complication or extreme problem like getting your visa revoked when you travel out of the country if you have an immigrant visa before it expires? I think that might require a meeting, because I don't know your specific situation. Like, why would you think your visas would be revoked? Usually visas are revoked for a very specific reason, not just, I don't know what you're, just because of traveling by itself. No, that wouldn't, at least as far as my knowledge, that's not a reason to get your visa revoked just because of traveling. Hello, Robert. You have a case. Your lawyer sent a motion to reinstate. I think you maybe mean motion to reopen since January 17th. Boy, what, 6-7 months? You sent another one for motion to expedite about a month ago. They have not responded. Are you sure that's what your attorney sent for you? Is that a court case? Immigration court case, removal proceedings, or with USCIS? I've never heard of motion expedite, unless you mean like well, maybe the lawyer called it a little bit differently to be understandable. But if you mean a court case, you want to get an earlier court date, then we technically call that motion to advance. And yeah, some judges have to deny it because there's so many court cases. So that's interesting. I don't see how they could file a motion to reopen and a motion to advance hearing if that's what your lawyer filed. What can you do on your end? Just call them. I gave this tip to someone the other day. I mean, look, I know you're represented by attorney, right? But this is what we do at our office. When the motion has been sitting there, like I just filed a motion last Friday. I think it got delivered on Friday to Dallas. We sent it by next day mail. Yesterday was Wednesday. I filed a motion for WebEx appearance to show up, so I didn't have to fly out. I wanted to save my client some money. It's like $400 for travel. Okay. And, you know, obviously because of ICE activity at courthouses, some courthouses, and not every day, I just want to try to help my client get out of that situation, prevent the situation in the first place. And it got denied. But it didn't show up online. Of course, we check online first, didn't show up. So one of my team members called to the court yesterday, and the clerk said that it was actually signed and denied on Friday, last Friday. So it doesn't hurt to ask, to call in. Of course, don't be, you know, I know y'all wouldn't do this, but don't be rude. Of course, if you want certain information or just get it put in the judge's queue, just kindly ask. Like, you know, I'm calling about this A number, give them the digits and let them know your attorney filed, my attorney filed ABC motion on January 17th. I'm just kindly wondering if the judge had a chance to sign it or review it. And if not, then that the motion is on the judge's queue, like the desk, essentially. So that can go so far. I gave someone else that tip like a few weeks ago, and it worked. Like it worked. So what do I call that? The magic wand time. Okay. To be kind will go so far. I think in thinking of that per situation, it was a dismissal, motion to dismiss. So you never know. Okay, next person, Araceli. Araceli, you're saying that you lived in Arizona for the way I understand it, I had a team member translate your Spanish for me. I understand part of it, but apparently you said, and correct us if we're wrong, you lived in Arizona for 23 years? You filed an application for your daughter 2 years ago and it was approved 3 months ago. Will that help if you get stopped? Or do you mean your daughter filed for you? Do you mean that your daughter filed for you, Araceli? Maybe schedule a meeting so we can understand better. I do have a majority of my team members do speak Spanish, including me. Except, mine's broken. Mine's more like Spanglish. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Gus Houston, you can translate too. Okay. Well, look, we're always seeking team members to join our team. Of course, our positions available are kind of like a rolling basis, so we don't. It just depends on. First of all, honestly, I mean, if you're on a live show, you probably give a shit. Okay, the fact that you're spending time here, thank you so much. Please share our channel when you get a chance to your friends and family who might have an immigration question. Some people are like, oh, it's no big deal. I won't get picked up. And then shit hits the storm. They didn't prepare for the situation. Yeah, if it was a different president, that would be okay, maybe. But this is Project 2025 time. It's not even about Trump. I know, sorry, there's a couple people still waiting. It's not even about Trump. I think a lot of y'all are just like up in arms about Trump. F that guy, man. He's just a cheato. Don't worry about Trump. It's not just him. I know, Clarissa, you got something to say? So it's not just Trump.
So
all right, come on.
Message translates. I'm loving this. So the message translates to say, hi, good morning. I've been living in Arizona for 23 years, and 2 years ago, I submitted the application for my daughter. 3 months ago, it was accepted. Would that help me if I'm stopped at a selling?
Yeah, so there's some missing facts there on that one. Thanks for the translation. My team was trying to translate too, and then I think we were just missing some information. Thanks, Clarissa.
Of course.
So yeah, it's because when Trump apparently has something going on health-wise. I have a family member who's a doctor, cousin-in-law, and it's just things about him don't piece together. Okay, so If y'all think it's Trump doing this, no, it's not. You've been living under a rock. Just do a little Google research. You'll see who's in charge. It's the Heritage Foundation, apparently. So, and then after him, when he goes, bye-bye. It could get worse, actually. It could get worse because someone actually reads. That person's name is called J.D. Vance. Yeah, Stephen Miller too, but he's not the VP at the end of the day. Hopefully it is only Stephen Miller, and then if J.D. Vance gets in there, he'll just push out Stephen Miller. I don't know how that works. Depends how much Stephen Miller. Depends how much J.D. Vance really cares about the dinero. Papi Chito. His health is not a big deal. I mean, no one cared that he could not read anyway. So, I mean, I don't wish any health problems on anyone, right? It's almost like I don't know if I'd rather have Trump in office than J.D. Vance, who can read. So, I don't know what's worse. But okay, Gus Houston, you have 2 work permits. That's fine if you have 2. Okay, let's see. Chris, Misa Patrick. Let's get you on. Then on deck is Mod. And then after that, Jasmine. Oh, I might have to call after that. Hello. Hello, Chris Missa. Hello, Chris Missa. Patrick, you're on live with Green Card Guys. Mic check, mic check. Hello. You think she could hear? He or she? Psst, Chris. Psst. If I could just like nudge. That'd be crazy if the phone could just move if I nudge it. Okay. Well, let's get someone else live. Maybe this person will notice later. Maud, M-A-U-D. Maud is live next. What is she doing? Is she making something? Hope she's not in the toilet. Hello, Maud. Hello, Maud. Let me mute this other person. Okay. M-A-U-D? Oh, cooking. Yeah, probably cooking. Maud or M-A-U-D? Hamueli? Okay. Maybe she's busy too. Okay, let me get the next person on. I don't know what she's doing. Kay and Cam. And then Jasmine, because Kay and Cam was tried to get in earlier. Man, I get to y'all so slow. That's what I'm talking about. Fill out the form. Kay and Cam, what's going on?
Hi.
How can I help you?
Good afternoon. So I just have a question, right? My wife and I want to start the process for my green card application.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been here since August of 2024. So I'll be 1 year this next month. But I just want to know, how do I get in touch? What the fees and everything,
Mm-hmm.
so that we start straight away. I'm done with the medicals. I have
Mm-hmm.
the supporting documents and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know the fees and everything. Then we can move on.
Okay. Are you looking for guidance, like to help you take care of it from start to finish? Because if you are, my team could talk about it. But
I want you to do it for me. Like, I want to come to you so you
okay,
do everything for us. Yes.
Sure. Are you in the Houston area for any reason? I mean, you don't have to be, but
unfortunately, I'm in Jersey. I'm in South Jersey.
Oh, South Jersey. That's okay. How far is that from? What's it called? The Atlantic. What do you call that?
Atlantic City.
Yeah, Atlantic City. I forgot.
Yeah, I think it's about 2 hours.
Oh, I'm just wondering. Okay, that's cool. We can help you either way. We have virtual meeting. We use Google Meeting. We use a shared Dropbox. But yeah, have you looked at our Google reviews? Maybe you have.
I haven't.
You haven't? Okay. Well, take a look at our Google reviews. If you just type in green card guys, I want to make sure you feel comfortable and schedule this first box. That's for this amount. You just tell them, you can call in or text or fill the form and let them know. If you call in, then let them know you found me during the live show, okay? Or you talked to me during live. Okay, yeah, and they'll tell you the fees and whatnot. At least, especially during what we do is like you'll talk to in this box client care specialist, and then it will be a onboard meeting after you sign up. Onboard meeting with an attorney and a paralegal. Okay, that's the way we support y'all. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And are you Kay or you Cam? What's your name?
I'm Kay.
You're Kay. Okay.
Okay. My name is. My wife is Cam. She's Kamisha, and I'm
okay.
Kay. I'm George, but then Kay is my
nickname.
Name.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sounds good.
I'm from Ghana, so.
Okay, cool. Well, I love to learn about everyone's culture. Well, thank you so much for joining.
All right.
All right. Have a good day. Take care.
Yeah,
let's see. Okay, Snap. I have 3 minutes and less. Okay. So I'm very sorry. I do have to prepare for my next meeting. I appreciate it. But if you don't mind going to askjohnting.com or the link in my bio or description box, fill it out. It's very short. Okay. Just like what your question is and any supporting things you want to share. And we'll see if we can get you on Monday. Okay. We'll text you 30 minutes before. All that information is on that link. Okay. The first option. All right. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care.